Sup, it's 13, Superior Mobile by 13 years in business, and I gotta say, I probably finally got things under control. Pretty rad here. It's been 3 months since the last video, and the big things that have changed is I got it on lock. That's what happened. I got things under control. I have been closed to the public all year long, so apparently that took just under 7 months of me being closed and not accepting any new clients for me to finally catch up on the backlog and actually be able to prioritize my own priorities and projects and catch up on some stuff and have a good time doing it. So let's go wander around the shop. We're on cell phone selfie mode right now, so I get to check out my sweet purple mohawk that's going on right here. But yeah, let's get to it, do some stuff, okay? Alright, let's start off with what is an empty shelf up there, which is pretty rad, and there's just some other stuff. There's not really much going on in the office that's of any change. However, I will say this, as we come into the showroom, this is an empty shelf. It wasn't empty last time. This is all the same. There's nothing there, but I would like to point out that there's floor space and there's counter space. There's just so much emptiness going on in here, and that's because things are getting done and getting out of here. If we move on into the bathroom, I will say this is pretty much all the same. Nothing's changed, but I have joined the bidet gang, so I'm gonna point that out. And since nobody asked me, I'm gonna say that's the Home Depot bidet. It's like 50 bucks or whatever, as compared to the Tushy bidet, which is about $100. I bought the Tushy and ended up putting it at the house, and I put this cheaper one here. This one is, I'd say it's worth 50 bucks, but you know what? If you're interested in that product category, go with the Tushy. It is miles ahead of that one and so much better. So let's move on out into the bay. So I guess the big thing that happened was 2 weeks ago, I sold Jukies, and this was everything that just came out of the trunk of the Juke, so that kind of needs a home. For those 2 weeks, basically, I haven't left the shop. I've used the motorcycle for transportation when I needed, because I have been working on this, which is going to be my replacement car as of tomorrow when I go to the DMV for the 3rd time, so that I can transfer the title into my name. That's a whole other story that I'm not going to get into. However, the point is that this project is technically about 6 months old, and I've got maybe about 5 or 6 weeks actually into it, which is a lot of work, don't get me wrong. But the point was that it took selling the Juke before I would actually stop what I was doing and focus on it and get it done. So it's gonna be a lot of cool videos on that one. Considering it's been 3 months since the last video, this is probably the most shop progress that I've actually been able to document in 3 months. So we're gonna start by saying that, like, all right, it ended here. This was 3 months ago. Then this got done. This is gonna be where the miter saw, that guy right there, is gonna go to this one. So that's why it dips down and scoops over. The dust collection goes all the way through there, and then it comes up as a 4-inch, and then it's got a blast gate reduction to 2.5-inch, which is what this tubing is here, and it comes out of this hole. And so I'm really close, honestly, to having that miter saw installed as the final leg of the dust collection permanently done, and that's really exciting. And then if that wasn't exciting enough, so the next and final leg of the cabinets got built and technically installed. We're still missing the drawer faces right now, but you can see the insane amount of storage that I'm going to have once this is all complete. And the big thing that I really wanted is just to eliminate all that vertical presence and just get it down and store it away and have a lot of counter space as a result. So this is great progress. There's still a lot that needs to be done, but it is great progress. The table that was here ended up going to the house, and I really needed a good workbench at the house anyway, so that worked out really well. And then everything over here is still quite a bit of a mess. Everything's kind of out and about, and I don't like that lack of organization, but it is in the name of progress, so it is coming along well. You can see that I do do have empty table spaces. That's because things are getting done around here. Things are getting done. Can I say that anymore? Because it just feels so good. This is a project that's for Copenhagen Cafe. Shout out to Eric over there. I'm redoing the lighting of that business again. I think the last time I did it was about 8 or 10 years ago though, so those LED strips are definitely old, and he didn't want to spend any money. They were like Amazon specials anyway. So this is going to be a really nice upgrade for him. And then up here, pretty much nothing. This is just project stuff for the Kona. And then if we come over here, remember I was complaining about this thing? I might be able to get rid of it soon. As you can see, it's pretty empty. This was mostly all Kona projects, and that literally, I just finished that thing up tonight. As of tonight, I have the dash camera installed up there, and that was the last step. So like I said, tomorrow I'm driving the DMV and I'm gonna get the title for it. But since we're not talking about that in this video, I'm going to talk about this is the next upcoming project, which is my mailbox project, which is going to be, I don't know if I'm going to do a video about it or whatever, but we got to do a mailbox and a parcel box for the house. And so of course, as with anything, I'm going to go a little overkill. So I got some paint to match the actual color of the house, and I'm going to have some vinyl graphics made for it. And this is actually nice and custom because it has this like push to lock mechanism, and I don't have a handle, though I can't show you, but like I welded up this thing. So basically when they put a package in there, you can push a little button, and I don't know, maybe I will make a video out of it. I don't know. Oh my God, is that it? That's really all I got to show off because there's nothing here, and that's why I have to make this video? That's it. That's it. I'm done. Everything's caught up. I am going to probably have a very busy next few months. I got a lot of work coming in, and there's been a lot of work going out. I'd say the biggest drag right now on my productivity is video editing, ironically. As of right now, I've got 3 jobs worth of videos on my computer that I have not edited. So this is gonna be number 4, and we're gonna add on to that list. But that's okay, that's a great thing. The point is that I really honestly genuinely feel like I've caught up. Like I am in control of my schedule again. Next month, I'm also going to be working on the fencing project for the house. Fencing should be coming into the Port of Miami, I believe, on Wednesday. I've been waiting on that for about 3 months now, because as soon as we poured the concrete for the driveway, of course, the fence was next up on the project list. So good things are happening, good things are cruising along. Honestly, I got a new car, like that's pretty wild. I didn't expect that to be happening. So that's it, man. I got this weird video that we're making here, which is totally unheard of, which is basically like, yeah, things are under control and I feel good. I still have projects in the queue coming up, but that is just insane to me that it took 6 months for me to be able to take 2 weeks to work on my own car. I will say this. Bank account's a little bit more padded than I'm used to, and that's been cool because all these projects with the house are getting more and more expensive, so it's kind of all balancing out. All I know is that I'm just doing my thing and I'm having a good time doing it, and I really appreciate all of the amazing clients that I have had that have been supporting me. There's this weird trend that I've been noticing in the last few months especially, which is like the more successful that I've become, the more that I'm getting like hated on, which is like a really weird concept for me. Like I've always kind of been picked on because I'm a weirdo. But the idea that people are actually like trying to take me down a notch just because I'm being successful, because I've worked my ass off for a decade now, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, yo, I am talented. I'm aware of that. It doesn't make me an egomaniac. It just makes someone insecure. I'm still not trying to be internet famous or a YouTube celebrity or even really like a local celebrity. Not at all. I just want to be really good at what I do and take care of the people that take care of me. And so far, man, if you look at my Google reviews, I'd say I'm doing a pretty rad job at that. My customers like me, and that's important to me. Okay, that's all I want to say. Otherwise, I'm going to start talking smack about Florida and all these crazy things we've been doing in the last 3 months, because those are really upsetting and heartbreaking. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. I'll talk to you later. See ya.